Hello, Dr. Jeff Mitchell here from the International Critical Incident Stress Foundation. I want to offer some thoughts on providing staff support in the midst of the COVID-19 virus pandemic. And providing services to our own staff is obviously more difficult when we can't be with them, we can't contact them. When we are with them, we need to keep a physical distance between ourselves. But there are many things that fellow support personnel can do. Colleagues can work with people to provide a number of different support services. One of those things is telephoning people, letting them know that they're thought of, that they're appreciated, that we are concerned about them. I think it's very important that administration provides some kind of a mechanism where they are checking in with people, checking on their welfare, seeing if there's anything that can be done to assist them. We've recently had a police officer who was infected with the COVID-19 virus, and thankfully his police family provided support by bringing food to the door of his family and by making them as comfortable as possible. There was frequent check-ins. I think thank yous can go a long way. People are tired. Sometimes they're absolutely exhausted. It's very difficult for them to provide the services they're doing when they don't feel that anybody even notices. So a supervisor writing a note saying, hey, you're doing a great job, you're appreciated, those kinds of contacts from the people who they respect and look up to and who are their supervisors can go a long way in helping people to feel more at ease in the midst of a thankless and lonely kind of job in the midst of a very frightening situation. So I think it's important for administration to reach out to their people, to let them know that they are being thought of, that there is concern for them, that whatever can be done for them and their families will be done. Those are very important things. Sometimes you can do, if you're creative, you can do a little bit of an award ceremony for people over the computer, over internet. You can perhaps have some kind of a medal or a recognition device available to people later on. But we should not just sit back and say, oh, there's nothing we can do to support our staff. We really do have to ask if they're doing okay. We really have to see if there is anything that we can do. Thank yous, phone calls, text messages, a face on the computer that talks to them. I think what's really, really important, and it's difficult for some organizations at this point, is to make sure our staff have sufficient protective personal protective equipment so that they are able to function without having to worry about getting exposed to the virus. So I know that may be difficult for some organizations in the midst of this situation, but as the pressure on personal protective equipment eases, that's one of the high priorities, to make sure our personnel are as protected as possible as they work in the COVID-19 pandemic. I want to thank you for listening. I hope some of these remarks are going to be helpful to you and to the people who work in this field.